let's run the whole workflow for this. Click go. See what the 2 videos are that we get. We'll stitch those together as well. And yeah, nice being able to see all the different camera angles, lighting conditions, and then the next step is, whilst all that's running, you can turn that workflow into an app. So all you have to do, if you click this button, you have to specify what the inputs are. So when we did at the beginning of the stream the photo shoot, all it was asking for was an image and a prompt. So you can specify which of these nodes here. So what I would do is I'd mark this starting node here as the input. So you can put in whatever input image you want. So say you've just got a new water bottle or something like that, and you want to put that in here. And it does the different camera angles, it does the different lighting. You know, so here we are. These are the results that we're getting here. This is really nice. This is also really nice. And this is also really nice. Floating by the window. Would be nice if it was against the wall. This didn't do a different camera angle, so now we're going to get a video of this just doing the same thing, which is not what we want. So we're going to intervene whilst this is still going. Whoa. This is hallucinated massively. And now that's going to make a video of that, but I'm going to see how that goes, because that thing's going to transform into this. That could be really cool. Or might not be really cool. So this is the downside of building the app side of things, is you have to be super robust. It has to work. I'm going to rerun this guy. And this is why sometimes you don't need to package it as an app specifically. You can just use the nodes as they are. And they can work really nicely together. Okay. Let's see what we get here. And there's so much you can do in terms of coming in and starting to change certain things, even at this level. So if you wanted to come in and add other appendages, or change the background or the form or the materials, you can do that with NanoBanana first. And actually using several of those different nodes, and then plug that output into each of these relighting nodes that we've built to be able to do that. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. Let's see what we get. I'm going to make this prompt more robust because we're getting very slight. Create a new, let's say, a radical new perspective. Let's see what we get. It'd be good if there was a little progress bar to see what was left on the time. Again, another piece of feedback potentially. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that bad. A happy accident. And this is where you could put 2 different sculptures in and get them transitioning between each other. It's like that internal glow becomes the back part. I don't hate it, but let's rerun the NanoBanana. So this really isn't working. Let's get rid of this. Keep same lighting. And instead of scene, I'm going to say background, because maybe that's causing a problem. It's relying too heavily on the image it's received. It happens sometimes. Create a new perspective. Again, this is not a new perspective. So a lot of testing is needed to be able to make sure that you get the right wording in there, to get the right kind of prompts, to get the right kind of results. see what we've got here. Okay, great. That is a whole new camera angle. So now let's run that node, see what we get. Again, rolling the dice. Cool. Nice camera angle. So now that's going to rotate and the lighting's going to change. Run the node. So we are maintaining consistent form, even though we have camera movement and we have lighting change. Yeah, super powerful. Whatever your topic is, whatever your subject is, whatever elements that you have that you want to take a photo of, because we started with just one image. It was a front-facing image. So, yeah, like experiment taking photos on your phone and putting them in this kind of process as well. Yeah, Krea gives you quite a few things free for a free trial. But otherwise, it's very affordable in terms of monthly payments. So if I go from here and we go back to pricing for Krea. So, at the moment, there was a sale. So if you go monthly, $9 a month, $35 a month for the Pro, but that allows you, just on the individual basic, if you said, right, Nano Banana Pro, that's only 42 images at that price, when there are other models where you can get 833 images. So you have to be selective. Use Krea.ai to generate the images that you want, and then use Nano Banana for the relighting. And then how many videos you can make. So we've specifically been using Kling, but it hasn't listed those there. Yeah, so producing the videos is by far the most expensive side of things, but $34 a month to use this is great. There's enterprise, and then you can buy additional compute units if you need them. So yeah, lots available. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got. Yeah, this is super nice. Oh, the form twists even a little bit, which is interesting. The background isn't really very exciting at all. So next time we change that, that's this result here. So at this level, we should have changed the entering from the side, neutral colors. Yeah, should have done something like a nice warm interior, warm lighting. So lack of detail there meant we've got a lack of result. So the more detail you add, the better. Oh, we're going for a full. Yeah, I thought it would do that. But there we go. We'll rerun that one again. It could be so much nicer. So I'm going to say slow, smooth, gentle camera movement. We'll do that, and then we'll also do another 5-second one as well. And then I think that'll be it for today. So, yeah. Thanks for joining. Just waiting to wrap this up. Yeah, giving some nice results. I think this will be the last one we do. Nearly done. But there's just so much that I've done previously that I really love the forms. I've generated hundreds of thousands of images over the years, and being able to go back and finding stuff that I thought was really nice, some really nice materials and really nice ideas, and combining things that haven't been combined before. So being able to come in and mix things like watercolor and coral and mechanical parts, you know, started to use the tools in ways that haven't been used, instead of going, right, well, I'm just going to put a hat on a dog on a skateboard. Being able to mix materials that don't typically get mixed before, or used very often because they're expensive. Yeah, and that's doing exactly the same thing. Because it's spinning the sculpture. So let's try static sculpture and see what we get on this one. Also maybe reducing the duration. It only maybe needs to be 5 seconds of it just slowly spinning. Maybe Kling's going, okay, well, I have time to orbit it slowly, so let's see what we've got. But yeah, it can be tough. But if you've got any questions, don't hesitate, drop them in the chat or leave a comment on the video. Okay. Yeah, this was helpful. Should be the one. We've had quite a lot of luck so far in terms of getting the best, kind of one-shotting the result and getting what we want straight away, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it's just we're not getting ChatGPT to write these prompts, and maybe we need to expand on them a bit more and be very specific. Maybe we're just not giving it enough context. Because the more context you give these tools, typically the better the output and the result. Because this is super nice. I might even upscale this as an option. So copy to clipboard. But if I do open up Krea and just go to the assets, potentially everything we've done is in here. Okay, cool. So this is everything we've looked at today, what we've done today. So yeah, this guy here, really, really nice. So you can just have a look at the image. You can zoom in, you can see what we've got. It's quite grainy in areas, needs a bit of work. So we can just come here and we've got options: turn it into video, publish, upscale, favorite, I will favorite, and then I'll upscale. So using opens up the enhancer tool like we looked at earlier. Create enhance is great. There's upscale V1. This is even quicker. Preserves details. Quality. So I would rather wait 30 seconds for better quality than speed, but entirely up to you guys. And then there's multiple models to have a little look. So sometimes we want it to hallucinate when we're in the design and creative phase of things, but when we want nice consistency, you know, if this added some nice surface detail, then I'm like, oh, amazing. I can go back and then make sure that that is actually maintained in the start and end frames of the videos that we're making. So this is working hard there. Okay, let's see what we've got. Did we get it? I think we did. Fantastic, there we go. So we had to specify that the camera was moving, but the sculpture is still, because it was doing both. It was spinning the sculpture, so we saw the back part of it. And this is really nice. This is super smooth. We get some nice smoke effects. you know, this is quite nice, being able to do this. So again, it's just demonstrating the control that we can get with these tools.